Multiply, right? So this is what we are going to get now, right? So we are going to get Q times T is equal to P squared minus R. That's the first thing we do. Now remember that we want to make P the subject. Which one will I move next? Which one will I move next? So I have QT is equal to P squared minus R. You put this over one, then you cross multiply. You move the T to come and multiply, right? You get that. What's the next thing? Which one will I move next?
The R.
The R. The R is negative. Right. When it goes over the side, you cancel what?
Positive.
So the QT plus R is equal to P squared. All right. What will you do next?
Change the square into square root.
Well, we remove the square into square roots, right? So opposite of square is square root. So say square root of QT plus R, right? Is equal to P. Now remember that thing to the left, right? P is equal to square root of QT plus R. And this is my final answer. So let's go one more time. Let's go through one more time, right? So the first thing we do is what? We want to make P the subject. The first thing we have to do is get rid of the T. The T is multiplying. The T is dividing. Opposite of divide is multiply. So send the T to go and multiply. You get QT is equal to P squared minus R, right? The next thing is this, I need to get rid of the R. It's negative R. I'll carry over the other side. It becomes QT plus R is equal to P squared. Then we get rid of the what? The square. Opposite of square will give you square root. QT plus R is equal to P. Then say to the left, P equals to square root QT plus R. Is it clearer now? Any question with the first one?
So sorry, anytime you get like an equation like this, you move the denominator.
Right. So first. The advice is right. So in this case, you move the denominator first to make your life easier. Right. Move the denominator first, then everything would have followed the same. You understand that?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good. All right. So we're moving on to the next question, right? Next question. Question number 2. Make R the subject. So the first one we are going to write is R minus H is equal to RH. What will I do first?
Group the R then.
Group the R them. So how do I group the R?
Carry it over.
Which one will I carry over? This R to the other side or the other one to this one? Which one you put? Are you going to put the R to the left?
The other one,
R
sir.
to the right? Huh?
Put it to the left.
To the left, okay.
Sir.
So it have been R minus RH. So this is positive. You can say then they will move this H to the other side. H. Everybody see that? This is positive RH. You carry it over, it becomes negative RH. And this is positive negative H. You carry it over, it becomes positive H. Do we see that?
Yes, sir.
Everybody clear with that?
So. How you gonna move the H when the R minus RH?
No, remember, listen carefully. You want to make R the subject. So you are grouping all the R at one side. That's the main idea.
The R and the H is negative, so when you carry it over, it be positive.
No, this is positive. This is positive here. When you carry it over, it becomes negative. Okay, so far so good right here. At this stage now, what will I do next? After this line, what will I do?
Yep. Yeah, carry the negative H over the.
No. What you want to make the subject?
R.
If you have two R here and R here, what are you supposed to do? Remember from yesterday? If you have the two R, what are we supposed to do here?
Group them?
No, we grouped them already.
So you're gonna put R square?
No, Remember, somebody put something in the chat. Let me see. Well, factorize. Okay, so Amanda said I should what? Factorize. Right. So what we are going to do is what? Factorize. Right? We're supposed to factorize. So how do we factorize now? So we are going to factorize for which letter? We want to make R the subject. We factorize for which letter? R. So R, opening bracket. R going to R will give me what? R going to R will give me what?
R.
No.
One.
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 Now, R go to RH, what is left?
RH.
One.
RH go to R.
RH.
RH divided by R will give me H.
Oh, H.
Go to H. Now, then remember that we still want to make R the subject, right? So we get rid of the bracket. What's the bracket doing here?
Minus.
What is the bracket?
Multiply, sir. Multiply.
Multiplying. What's the opposite of multiply?
Divide.
So R is equal to H divided by 1 minus H. So this is the answer we are looking for, right? This is the answer. So let's go one more time. So CSEC gave the students R minus H is equal to RH. They asked them to make R the subject, right? They want them to make R the what? Subject. Meaning want they make R to stand by itself. The thing is this, we have R here and we have R here. So what we did was we group all the R at one side. So this R here, RH here is positive RH. We bring it over the equal sign, it becomes negative RH. Everybody see that? Then this is negative H. You carry it over the equal sign, it becomes positive H. Then what do we have? R minus RH is equal to H. Follow everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now, then we want to make R the what? We will make R a common factor. So when you bring the R here now, R going to R will give me 1 time, R going to RH will give me H. So it's got to H here. So R, so what we are going to do here is this, 1 minus H is actually multiplied with the R. Then we want the R to stand by itself. We move that one to come and divide, and that will be my final answer.
So
sir, if you put one R, it's
the same thing. 1 R is the same thing. All right. V is equal to pi R square H. All right. Then the next question, they want to make R the subject. What will I do here?
Oh, you carry the pi H.
You carry over the pi and the what?
H.
Right, you carry over the pi. What is the pi and the H do with the R square?
Multiply.
Multiply. What's the opposite of multiply?
Divide.
So that means V is equal to pi H is equal to R square. Now, then we get rid of the square now. What's the opposite
square
of
root.
square?
Square root.
Square root. So you say
over pi H.
V over pi H
Each equal
is
R.
equal to R square. R, sorry. So to the left, R is equal to square root of V over pi H. How we stay so far? We good so far?
yes, sir. But
Yes, sir.
the number.
What's
Now,
it?
remember, now, the more you do it, the more you get the better understanding, right?
Sir, go about
Which one?
2.
The second one?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So for the second one, I'm going to do it over with something else so that I have to clean it. So the second one, they gave us V is equal to pi R square H, right? Now remember, they want to make R the subject, right? They want to make R the subject. The pi and the h here, they are multiplying, the pi and the h are multiplying with the r square. So we have to move those two to come in over the equal sign. Now, if they are multiplying, you ask yourself, if they are multiplying, what's the opposite of multiplying?
Divide.
Right, so I've sent those two to come and divide. So the v over pi h is equal to r squared. Now, you don't want to find r squared, you want to find r. So that means you have to get rid of the square. Now, opposite of square is what? Opposite of square is what?
Square root.
Square roots, right? So you're going to get square root v over pi h is equal to r. Then you say to the left, r is equal to square root of v over pi h. You understand it now?
Yes, sir.
Great. Any other question? So we finished the first one, question 2, right? Can we move on? Come again.
Sir, I'm confused.
What you confused?
Sir, I don't understand this. I forgot to go back over it.
No, but me just did it. I just did it a while ago. Okay, tell me what exactly you don't understand. Talk to me. What exactly you don't understand?
Sir, from the start because I'm coming late.
We were not here yesterday,
Yes, sir.
but me just started it. Okay, so just pay attention to what the ones I'm going to do, all right? Because we have 8 more to do. Now, remember, they want me to make what? They want me to make the C the subject. They want the C to stand by itself. For me to achieve that, and the C is standing by itself, what I have to do first of all is to write the formula F is equal to 9 over 5C plus 32. Now, I get rid of the 32 first, right? This is positive. I carry it over the other side, it becomes negative. So I get F minus 32 is equal to 9 over 5 plus 9 over 5C, right? Then the next step to this is this saying, I still want the C to stand by itself. So I'll get rid of the 5. The 5 is multiplying. No, sorry, the 5 is dividing. Opposite of divide is multiply. So I say 5 times F minus 32 is equal to 9C. Then the next thing I have to do here is this, get rid of the 9. The 9 is multiplied with the C. The 9 is multiplied with the C. Opposite of multiply is what? It would have been divide, right? So I have 5 bracket F minus 32 over 9 is equal to C. So it says C to the left. C is equal to 5 open bracket F minus 32 over 9. The next question, given that F is 113, calculate the value of C. So I want to find the value of C when F is 113. So all what I have to do is substitute wherever I have F, I put 113 over there, work it out. 113 minus 32 will give me 81. Then 5 times 81 divided by 9. 9 go to 81 will give me 9 times. 9 times 5 will give me 45. And there we go. Are we clear so far?
Yes.
Right. So I tell you that this is a topic you can't easily understand it one time. You have to do multiple examples before you get into it. Good, good, good. All right. So don't get worried. Just work with me. All right. So let's go into the next question. Can I move on to the number 4? Can I move on to question 4?
Yes, sir.
So question 4, a formula is given that D is equal to 4H over 5. Is that okay? 4H over 5, right? Determine the value of D when H is equal to 29. Give your answer to 3 significant figures, right? So D is equal to square root. D is equal to square root of 4, 4d over 5. They say h is 20. Oh, this is 4h, sorry. 4h, right? 4h. They say h is 29. So this will be equal to square root 4 times 29 divided by 5. Can somebody help me? What is 4 times 29, please?
160, 116.
116. So 116 divided by 5. What do we get, please?
23.2.
What do you get?
23.2.
All right. So D is equal to square root of 20 what?
23.
0.2
23.2.
35. Okay, good.
Yeah, that
Now-
make it.
All right. So they say that now find the square root.
23.2.
Okay. Let's find the square.
23.2.
Sir,
23.2.
23.2.
Let's go ahead. 21.
23.2.
I can't hear the last part.
Sir, 23.2.
Two. There's no number after the 2.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So when we have this, find the square root of this for me now.
4.881.
Tell me exactly what you see on the calculator.
4.816.
4.663.
Okay, 4.8166.
663.
Okay, 66. Okay. Now they say give your answer to 3 significant figure. They want the answer in 3 significant figure. So what do we do? How do I put this answer to 3 significant figure?
4.82.
4.82. Thank you very much. Right. So 4.82. Right. 4. So this is 1, 2, 3. So we start from the. So remember that significant figures. We say that you start counting from the first number greater than 0, right? So start from a 1, 2, and 3. Right. So you start 1, 2, 3. You stop right here. Analyze the 6, right? You analyze the 6 here. You analyze the 6. If it's 5 or more, you add 1. So you get 4.82. Thank you. Now, let's move on to the next question. Question 4, the second part of the question. Make H the subject. So we are going back to the same business, right? D is equal to 4H over 5. Now, talk to me. What's the first thing you would have moved, get rid of? You want to make what? H the subject.
Sir, yeah, go change the square root into square. That would be the first.
You remove the square root, right? Remove the square root. Good. Remove the square root. What's the opposite of square root?
Square.
Square. Opposite of square root is square, right? So we are going to square. Which letter are we going to square now?
The D. I'm square.
Beautiful. Right. So we square the D, right? We square the D. So it had been D square. D square is equal to 4H over 5.
Sir, is it
All right.
mark saying?
Now we want to make H the subject. Which one will I move next?
5.
The 5. Now, what's the 5 doing here?
Divide.
Divided.
What's the opposite of divide?
Multiply.
So be 5 d square is equal to 4h. All right.
So, sir, why you square the D on them asking kids, sir?
If you get rid of the square, you have to square root this in here. Opposite of square root is what?
Square.
Okay, so that's why you square the d, right? Because that's what you have to go and square. You can't square another thing. All right, so we have 5d square is equal to 4h. All right. Okay, talk to me, guys. I want to make h the subject. I have to get rid of the 4. What's the 4 doing with the h?
It will multiply.
So what's the opposite of multiply?
Divide.
Divided.
Right, divide. So that means it will be 5d square over 4 is equal to h.
Sir,
Okay. Yes.
sir, if me have h equal 4 over 5d square, am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. It can't be 4 over 5d square.
Right.
Because you should remember that you have to move the what? The 5 first, right? So when you get that now, then focus and move the what? The 4. The 4 is multiplying. The 4 will go and divide the other side, not the other way around. You understand that?
All right, sir.
Okay. You want to rest of the class what we did, Blake? Take your time, explain to them and see if they can understand better from you.
Sir, what I did,
No, to explain to what we did. Explain to them what you did.
I noticed that there was a square root.
Square root. There was a square root.
So I thought that mainly that's the main hard component that I would get rid of and find the opposite, which is square. So I squared the d. So I had 2 d squared equal 4h over 5. And I also indicate that the 5 is being divided. So basically I would like cross multiply and put the 5 beside the d. So I would have 5d squared equal 4h.
Good so far.
So,
Yes, continue.
No, sir. Beside the after I find 5d squared equal 4h, I see that the h is being multiplied. So in order to make h the subject, I had to find the opposite of multiply, which is division. So I put the h to the left, and I said h equal 4 5d, but I just say it wrong.
No. We never say it wrong. I said that when we put 4 over 5d, you're wrong. When you put
right,
4,
sir, because
if you put 4
get
over 5d, listen, no. If you put 4 over 5d, that is wrong. That's what I'm saying. Because there's no way you can get that. So, right. So what you can do here is you say h is equal to 5d square over 4. Because you put the h to the left, the same thing, right? So you putting the h to the left, you can't switch this one over. If you do that, will be totally wrong. If the h is standing by itself, just put to the left. It doesn't change anything right here, so it remains the same. You understand what I'm saying here? Right. All what you do is say, don't switch it around. Whatever you get when it was on the left hand side, it is same to you. This, so you don't actually move it. The same thing. You just switch it around. That's all. It was here. Look at the h. The h was here. I bring the h here, but this one never changed. The same 5d over 4. Do not trouble it after you get the H stand by itself. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good.
What him do right to the cross multiply though, sir?
Which one?
When him say 5D square and 4H, him get the same thing, right?
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, the same thing.
Mm.
Good, good. So everybody clear so far? Okay, how many of us understood what Blake did a while ago? Is anybody who still lost? Okay, if you lost, just private text me. All right, put in the chat. Don't put for everybody to know, but just private text me. Say I still don't understand. I repeat, if you don't understand, put in the chat for me. Indicate to me private, so I will know. All right. Then if we have to go over, we go over it. Is that okay? All right. All right. So I'm not getting this name. So let's go to the next question. So this is question. Which number is this? Which question is this so far? Question 4. Okay. So we have 5 more to go. So this one now. So this one, I'm going to allow you guys to try it yourself, right? So remember now, guys, you, first of all, this is substitution. M is 3, U is -1, B is equal to 2, T is 1. You are going to substitute this value and find the value of F. After that, you will go to make V the subject of the formula. Can we try that? So I'll give you some few minutes, 5 minutes or so. So this one here would be 1. Right, so this give me actually 9 divided by 1, which give me 9. So you just have to be careful here, right? The two negatives, so remember there's a negative already, but the U, look at it, the U itself was -1. So 2 minus -1, which you get positive, the inside will get positive. So you end up by getting 3. So 3 times will give me 9. 9 divided by 1 will give me 9. Are we clear? Okay, so let's try this one now, right? The next one, they want to make what? V in the subjects, right? So let's make V in the subjects now. Try that one for me now. You are going to make V in the what? The subject. How do we make V in the subject? Right? So we move the M here. So how do I move the M, right? I'm going to move the M. So if I'm going to move the M is multiplying. Opposite of multiply is divide, right? So I'm going to get FT divided by M is equal to V
minus U.
And I still want to make V in the subject, right? So I have to get rid of the negative U now, right? This U here is positive. When it goes over the other side, it becomes what?
Negative.
This is right. So it's negative. When it comes, it becomes
Positive.
positive, right? It's negative. When it comes, it becomes positive. So we are going to write to FT, right, over M plus U is equal to V. Right? So to the left, right? To the left now. So remember that if it's to the left, you don't change it, everything remains the same. Am I right? So you just go to write back that V is equal to FT over M, right, plus U. And this is my final answer. So let's go very let's go over it one more time, right?
So,
Let's go
before
over it one more time. Hold on, let me just go over it one more time first. Wait, I just want to make sure everybody understands what I'm doing. So first of all, the first part you have been asked to substitute, right? We did that. Everyone understand that part perfectly, right? Now, the second part now. The second part, right? The second part, right, is that we want to make what? V the subject. So the first thing I did was this: when I look at the question, the T is dividing with everything is divided by T. So the first thing I have to do is get rid of the T. The T is dividing. The opposite of divide is multiply. So I get FT is equal to M, open bracket, V minus U. Then close the bracket, right? Then the next thing I have to do is get rid of the M. The M is multiplying. Opposite of multiply is divide. So I say FT over M is equal to V minus U, right? Then we get rid of the what? The negative U. If it's negative, you count positive. So it'll be FT over M plus U. Why plus U? Because this is negative U. When I bring a count positive U, it's equal to V. So say V is equal to FT over M plus U. Right. Any question? Any question?
Remove the 3P.
Huh?
Remove the 3P.
We move the 3P, right? So we are going to move the 3P. So that means Y.
Y minus 3P.
Y minus 3P, yes.
Well,
Equal to X over 5, yes. Then what will I do with the 5?
You move the 5. Make it multiply
Right,
by
the 5 is what? Dividing. So we go instead of multiply. So be 5, open bracket, Y minus 3P. You everybody see that it's equal to X. To the left, X is equal to 5 brackets Y minus 3P.
Equal X. Oh, same.
No, you're not, because remember that I moved it to this side already.
All right.
You follow so far?
Yes, sir. So it could be 5y minus 3p by itself.
No, you can leave it like that. Now, if you wish, listen carefully. If you wish, right? If you wish, I can put X equals to 5 times 5 give me 5y. You don't have to go through that. 5 times 3p give me 15 minus 15. 15p, yeah. I repeat, you can leave it same way here, or you can go any further, right? Actually, that will not affect anything. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are we getting better understanding as we go along?
Yes, sir.
Now, you see, this is it. You don't quit. I see some people just came because they can't manage. You have to remember, no, not everything you are going to get is going to be easy. And not everything they are going to explain, you can catch it at one time. Right? But you have to. What will I do? All right, so 2a is equal to pi k squared plus 3t, right? So what we'll do here?
Move the 3t. The 2a minus 3t.
Okay, so 2a 2a minus 3t, right, is equal to pi k square. All right. What will I do next?
You move the pi.
We move the pi, so that means
That is multiply.
2a
That is divide. So you
minus
multiply.
3at. So to multiply, it will come in what?
Divide. So you put the pi
All right.
as a
It's
denominator.
equal to k square. Then we get rid of the square.
Square root. And put it as square root.
Square root. All right. So we get rid of the square root, right? So that means k is equal to square root of 2a minus 3t, right? All over pi. We have that. Okay, so let's move on. Okay. So they say make v the subject of the formula. When p is equal to square root of 5 plus vt, right? So the first thing we have to do here is get rid of the square root, right? What's the opposite of square root is square. So get p squared is equal to 5 plus vt. The next thing we do, we get rid of the 5. The 5 here is adding. Opposite of add is will be a positive will be negative. So that means p squared minus 5 is equal to vt. Then the next thing, we get rid of the t. The t is actually multiplying. Opposite of multiply is divide. So get p squared minus 5 over t is equal to v. So say v is equal to p squared minus 5 over t. So this is the answer we are looking for. All right. Now, so we move on to the next question, which will be number 9. We say n is equal to what? Right? We say n equals to square root of t. So n is equal to square root of 49. Right. What's the square root of 49?
7.
Easy one, too. Then the next part, make t the subject, right? So we are going to look at the next part here, right? They say you should make t the subject. So n is equal to square root t, right? And want to make t the subject, right? You want to make t to stand by what?
Itself.
So how do I make T to stand by
So
itself?
n square equal T.
N square is equal to T. So that is very simple. So T is equal to what? N square.
Yeah.
Easy one too. All right. Are we clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we mess up one question. I'm going to search for it. Right. We did that already. So they say make T the subject. Yeah, we just did that. We put W over 1 is equal to 5 plus V over V minus 3. So what we do, we cross multiply. When you cross multiply, we're going to get W times V minus 3 is equal to 1 times 5 plus V, right? W times V will give me WV, right? W times 2 will give me negative 3W. Everybody see that? 1 times 5 will give me 5. 1 times V will give me 1V. Any question? Now, when you finish,
Group them.
we want to make V the subject. So we group all the V at one side and the remaining at the other side. I repeat, you group the V at one side and the remaining at the other side. So I'm going to put WV. Now, this is positive V. You carry it over, it becomes negative V. Everybody see that? It's equal to 5. Now, this is positive 3V, positive negative 3V. When you carry over, it becomes positive 3W. Sorry, W. Now, I have WV minus V, right? WV minus V is equal to 5 plus 3W. So what I'm going to do is here is I look for the common factor. Common factor here would have been V. So I say V, open bracket, V go to V, WV divided by V. What is left?
W.
W, good. Now, V go to V will give me what?
1.
1. It's equal to 5 plus 3W. All right. Now, remember that I want to make V the subject, right? I want to make what? V the what? Subject. So that means I have to get rid of this bracket here. This one here, I have to get rid of. So I'll say V is equal to 5 plus 3W. All this one here is multiplying, right? All this one
Divide.
is,
You must use it to
also
divide.
multiply is what? Divide, right?
Because
So
the denominator.
W minus 1. And that is it. And that's your final answer. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, I guess before you guys go, I just want to see if you guys can try one similar to this, right? One similar to that. Then we'll see if you guys can manage that, right? Let's record it. So we say B is equal to 3A plus 2 over A plus 2, right? We cross multiply the first thing we did, right, Amanda? So the B times A plus 2 into bracket 1 times 3A plus 2. B times A, we say we got AB, right? B times 2, we say we got 2B. 1 times 3, we get 3A, and 1 times 2, we get 2. Then we group the like terms now, right? We group all the A at one side. So that's the main idea. Group all the A at one side and the remaining at the other side. So we move this 3A to that side and move the 3B to the other side. So this 3a is positive. We carry it over, it becomes negative. The 2b is positive. We carry it over, it becomes negative. Amanda, so good so far?
Yes, sir.
Now, so Amanda, how do I make, so I have a here and a here. What will I do next?
Would you move the b, right? And
Yeah, so we did that already. So now we want to factorize right here. How do I factorize? What's my common factor right here, Amanda?
A.
A, good. So we bring the A, open
A
bracket,
equal
A
A
minus
equal
3.
2
No,
minus
hold
2b.
on. It's equal to 2 minus 2b. We clear, Amanda, so far?
yes, sir.
So now we look for the common factor, and the common factor is A. We let it B minus 3 is equal to 2 minus 2b. Am I right, Amanda?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Amanda, the next thing I want to do is get rid of the brackets here. So the A will stand by itself. What is the bracket doing with the A?
A multiply.
Multiplying. What's the opposite of multiply?
Divide.
Divide. Beautiful. So the A is equal to 2 minus 2b over b minus 3. And there we are, Amanda. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You see, you can do it. Don't doubt yourself. You can do it. If you doubt yourself, you put yourself to danger. You just have to be bold enough and try it. Is that okay? So keep on trying, keep it up. Let's give up Amanda. Right, she did good. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. So me, I clap Amanda. Yay! Amanda did it. All right. So this is what I want to do. Guys, I'm begging you, don't give up. I know the reason why I did this topic first is that you are going to apply this particular topic in so many areas in maths. And if you don't know this, it will cripple you, right? Algebra is a brainstorm of mathematics. If you can do algebra, certain types of algebra, especially this part here, it will pull you down almost everywhere. Okay, so guys, I think we did great job today, right? We are going to continue Thursday. Am I right? So tomorrow is our break. Then we'll come back on Thursday. So remember, I'm going to send you some worksheet for you to do, right? Some worksheets to practice this. I will send you the video and everything, what you've done so far. Cool.